You want a clear plan and strategy for selling your home. If your agent cannot answer these questions, then where does that leave you? Does it leave you stuck in an offer that you didn't like? Does it leave you with less money on the table? Where does it leave you? Is your agent doing the best possible job that you're paying thousands of dollars for? Or did they leave you behind?
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Cornerstone Realtor Team podcast. We are so happy to be with you this week. Today we are definitely celebrating the 49er win over the Tennessee Titans. They looked great. I think we have a good chance of going to the Super Bowl. Everybody is healthy, strong, and let's just keep that going. What do you think, Jamil?
Well, I think we are headed in the right direction. We have, I think, 4 wins in a row. And we have a Monday night game, and against the Colts, we have to beat those Colts.
Yes.
On Monday night, it's going to be a great game.
Yes.
And we have a few other competitors out there.
Well, we got the Seahawks and the Bears.
The Bears and then the Seahawks. So, very possible for them to go to the playoffs, be the number 1 seed, and go to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
It is within the sights. We can see it.
We can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
We see the light.
With all the injuries and stuff like that,
Yeah.
I mean, we're just doing really good. So, praise to Kyle Shanahan.
Yes.
Keeping everyone together. Kyle, if you're listening.
Hey, don't forget our defensive coordinator.
Well, yeah, Robert
He's the
Saleh.
man.
Yeah.
Robert's the man. Hey, Robert Saleh, if you're watching, we love you and don't leave us. Stay.
Kyle Shanahan, if you're watching, we're available for games. Just let
right.
us know. I mean, you can throw us in there.
We can be cheerleaders.
On the D-line, I mean,
we can be cheerleaders.
I'm not Nick Bosa, but I can get through.
No
okay?
D-line, nothing.
Just kidding.
Anyway, today we're tackling 10 questions you must ask before selling your home in Dublin.
Yes.
There's questions that you need to ask. Number 1, what is my home actually worth in today's Dublin market? Not last year's market. What do you think of that, Jamil?
Well, I think it's a good question. Things that work 6 to 12 months ago don't work right now.
Yeah.
You cannot overprice your home. It will sit.
Yeah.
It needs to be priced correctly, and it will attract actually more people to look at it than if you overprice it. If you overprice it, it's going to sit stale. Could cost you thousands. So It's really important to price it right. Let so many people come in the house, right?
Right.
Get so many eyeballs, get so many looks at it, and then people will make offers. And guess what the definition of value is, Ramis?
What a buyer is willing to pay.
You hit it on the head. How do you know that? Man, you're so good.
Know. And
you're
you know
so
what?
Good.
Dublin is a micro market. It is not like any other city. So you really have to dive into Dublin numbers.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
Question 2. How much equity do I really have after selling costs and taxes?
Yeah, so people look at the sales price and not what they're going to actually get out of the home.
They're going to net.
Yeah, what they're going to net, right? And so we typically get a net sheet from the title company just to show you that at this price and this price. And we have a great idea between commissions and closing costs and potential capital gains that you might pay on the sale. Because if you've been in Dublin for a while, you're going to pay a little bit of tax. So, and then the moving expenses, and then what's the real number you're going to get so you can buy a house or just kind of cash out and sit?
Well, it's nice to know exactly when the dust settles what's left in the pot.
Yeah.
And you got to know that. And we're not tax experts, but there's some taxes, like Jamil said, you have to know these things.
But here's a question, number 3. Here's a question.
Sure.
What improvements actually matter to Dublin buyers? And which ones are a waste of time or waste of money?
Yeah.
And so why does this matter, Ramis?
Well, because you can end up doing something that the buyer doesn't care about. You can pull up the kitchen and do it different colors that you love, but maybe the buyer doesn't care about. So you got to know what improvements really give you a good return on your money.
Definitely. And we always say to upgrade the kitchen and the master bath, that's where it matters most.
Right.
So All right, so who is the ideal, number 4, who's the ideal buyer for my Dublin home right now?
Well, tech professionals, families that want top-rated schools that want to come in the area, and they want their kids to go to our top-rated schools here in Dublin. First-time buyers, investors. That's just some of the people that are really coming to Dublin, especially families.
Yeah, and when we market to these buyers, we specifically market to move-up buyers or first-time buyers. Right? They're coming from different areas, and our marketing is really targeted to those people, those specific groups, depending on the house.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is true, especially the people that are moving from the South Bay, the peninsula. They're really looking to get more for their money, and they're looking at schools in Dublin.
And you know, when we sit down with sellers, they say, well, when is the best time to list my home? You know, and we always say, well, based on your goals, and we'll give them the right answer.
Right.
Because it just depends on what their goals are, right?
Right.
There's no universal best time. It is actually the best time for you.
Right.
When is best for you. But in the spring, I gotta tell you, it is a great time to sell. We see more higher prices, more buyer demand,
More competition.
More competition.
Yeah.
Definitely, there's a lot more house on the market, but they go pretty quick. So
Right.
it just depends on, you know, where you are. Are you ready to make that move in the spring? Have you set yourself up? Have you sold in January and ready to buy again? Or are you ready to sell and buy in the summer? Right? It
And
just
then
depends.
inventory levels have a lot to do with it. How is the inventory levels? Do we have a lot of inventory? Do we have lower inventory? Because it's supply and demand when you really cut to the chase.
Right.
Interest rates, we're trending down. So we are expecting a great spring because of some of these lower inventory levels, and interest rates are trending down.
Definitely. Number 6, how will my home be marketed beyond the MLS to reach Dublin buyers?
Yep.
So many Dublin buyers aren't actively searching yet, but they're online. But we use digital marketing ads, paid ads, targeted exposure, and we bring more qualified buyers into the mix, which creates leverage for you.
Let's just talk about what people do during the holidays. Do you have any idea? Yes, they talk to their family, but they sit on their device and they scroll. That's where we want to reach them, on their device. People that are just thinking about it and they begin to see houses pop up or ads pop up, that begins to turn the wheel in their mind. So we are focusing digitally to reach people out of the area that want to move in the area.
All right, so number 7, what's the plan if my home doesn't receive a strong offer in the first 2 weeks? And the plan is, if there's no traction early, the market is sending you feedback. So you need to adjust, improve the price, attract more buyers. And you know what? We have seen properties sell for the same list price when you lower the price, because now all of a sudden we got one offer and then we got another one, and we compete. They compete against each other. We make them compete. So just because you reduce the price doesn't mean you won't get the list price.
And you have to understand, as a seller, don't be emotional about your price. Look at market data, actually close data, and make your decision to list according to that. I know your house is worth double. That's what you think. I have a number and this is what I want. I need this money to get out so I can move, but that will hurt you. You gotta list right. And even we always suggest right at the market or a little bit below, you will attract much more people, and people could compete and pay you a little bit more.
You know what? When we list the house, the market speaks.
Right.
And if we do everything right, we get the pictures, we get the house looking good, and the house looks like a model, that's how we list homes. Typically.
Right.
99% of the time, get the house ready, it looks perfect, just like a wedding day.
Right.
And guess what? The market will speak. Either the market accepts it, or you have to adjust.
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
And if it accepts it and you get over, we exceeded the expectations.
Right.
So that's what we plan to do on every listing, right?
Here's number 8. How will offers be evaluated beyond just the highest price? What do you look at offers?
We look at price, but definitely look at the terms.
Right.
You know, we look at the terms of the offer, how much their deposit is, What's the close of escrow? How many days? Is it 30? Is it 45? Right? And then contingencies.
Yeah, very important.
It has to be, no contingencies for a strong offer. If they do have one, we might accept it. It just depends what's on the table.
Yes.
We just review it at the time, right? When we have the offers. So just depends on what comes in, and then we can advise from there.
It's not always the highest number.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not always.
You got to look at the overall package.
Yeah.
How will negotiations be handled?
Number 9, right?
Yes.
Okay.
How will negotiations be handled to protect my bottom line?
Well, first thing we do is we get inspections done, right? We protect your bottom line by not having any surprises. Okay, we get a home inspection, a termite inspection, and a roof inspection, and that will give us the health of the house, right? Mm-hmm. And when we have the health of the house, we're not going to have a surprise repair request by the buyer. And so that takes away one right there.
Right.
And then if they submit a offer with no appraisal, no loan contingency, then we're clear. There's nothing for them to whine about.
Well,
right?
The worst thing you can do is negotiate in the middle of a transaction. All the negotiations need to be upfront. That's why we always ask the seller to get inspections done, to find out the health of the house. That way we're not negotiating in the middle of the transaction. It's all done up front. And that way you cruise through the transaction to closing.
Right. And number 10, what does my next move look like after I sell? And how do I align with the sale with it? So tell me about that, Ramis.
Well, selling in Dublin isn't about luck. It's about strategy. So definitely you got to have strategy behind your sale. People
are targeting Dublin to move here because it's such a great city. It's a great place to live, raise a family, and kids go to school. It's a really safe, fun city to be in, but people are targeting. They are coming here.
Right.
And out of the Tri-Valley, it's one of the best for your buck, right?
Oh, definitely.
It's a lot cheaper than Danville, a lot cheaper than Pleasanton and San Ramon.
And strategically located.
Yeah, you got all the transit, BART and buses and whatever you want to commute, it's here.
Yeah.
And I praise the city of Dublin for doing that, planning and having BART here, having it so accessible, and the schools have really raised values. So kudos to the school district.
Definitely.
And Dublin is a great place. I've been living here since 2006, and I love it.
It's a great city to live, work, and raise a family.
All right, well.
So why is it important, Jamil, to ask these questions that we went over, the 10 questions? Why is it important?
It's important to ask before you list your house because you want a clear plan and strategy for selling your home. If your agent cannot answer these questions, then where does that leave you? Does it leave you stuck in an offer that you didn't like? Does it leave you with less money on the table? Where does it leave you? Is your agent doing the best possible job that you're paying thousands of dollars for? Or did they leave you behind and they focus on the commission?
You want definitely somebody who's local, who has a lot of knowledge about the city of Dublin, and who can take you through this with a lot of ease and confidence, for sure.
The difference with us, Ramis, is I have to tell you, we're not focused on the commission. We're focused on selling your house. The commission is a byproduct of it. We're really just trying to help you sell your home.
Great. Folks, you've heard it, the 10 things you got to look at. 10 questions. Go back over the video, and if you want a copy of these things, you can always message us and we'll send them to you. Thank you for watching.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate, and we'll see you.
Have a great Christmas, and we'll talk to you later. Make sure you like all of our social media, subscribe, and like, and comment, and send any questions.
All right, take care.